very much to invite me here. For me, it's a great satisfaction to be here today because I will tell you my story and the story of my family. Consider that Pasta Cuomo is the family company, and why Anders invited me. He invited me because we meet together in Edinburgh in Johnny Walker during another speech in which I explain how was really important for us the heritage and the investment on heritage that we made in Italy. Because consider that I was a manager in EY since 10 years ago. My family business was born in 80-20, in which they started to produce pasta in the place really famous in Italy, named Gragnano. Gragnano is really famous for the best pasta everywhere in the world. Yes. And consider my big satisfaction is to eat in a good way each day, okay? Because always I say, if you eat pasta, you are happy, okay? Consider that I worked for 10 years in consultant company, but sometimes happens in the life that you have to change your life to live your foot, okay? And I feel that was really important to leave my footprint in my life because I lose a friend for cancer. And I thought about what I want to become in the future. So I decided to change everything, to come back. I lived in Rome for 15 years, and I decided with my brother Alfonso to come back to Gragnano, famous for pasta, because our family was really famous for pasta, but the business in pasta was born in 80-20, as I told you, but was stopped in 1939 between the First and Second World War. So we had the property of the buildings, historical buildings in which the people made the pasta, but everything was closed. So I thought to Alfonso, my brother, what do we want to say in our life? We want to leave our footprints, or we want to live without a future connecting with our roots? And he told me, I come back from London. I want to come with you and our family to recover everything. But we have a big problem there. Italy is famous for pasta. What we have to do to make the difference? And we thought about what we have to do. And the only one thing that made us difference was invested in our roots to become the oldest pasta factory family in the world. How we done? We called a professor of university in Italy and we asked him, please, you have to research about our story, family history, to understand how we are old. And he started to research all the documentation in all the archives in Italy, and he found a lot of documentation. I asked him, Prof, you have to write a book. He wrote a book that defines us, all the pasta factory family in the world. I consider that we started in 2015. We were the last family in business, then all a group of producers in Italy. Italy is famous for pasta production. The symbol of Italy is the pasta, and consider we realized to become the oldest pasta factory family in the world. Was a goal for us. Because, as I told you, Gragnano is famous for pasta. This street is Via Roma, but this photo represents my home. On the left, there is my home. And I told to Alfonso, it's easy for us. We have to become... we have to launch a new approach. He's my brother, because I told him we have to approach the business in an ironic way, because we can do this, not in the way of the others, representing ourselves, enjoying working. And this was the model. We combine the pasta business like the others, recover the culture, but we done another thing. We connect all together the three principal assets in Italy. Pasta, like a business, culture, because we become that the culture without, that the business without culture isn't anything. Don't give effort to the people that visit us. And the tourism, because it makes sense that the people come to us because we are the oldest pasta factory family in the world. I want to visit myself and the company everywhere because it's a part of story, no? of a land. And what we done? We launched our pasta business and we replicated the same model in the other activities, in the experience, because the people want to eat the good pasta. Why you visit Italy? To eat. And if you eat in a good way, it's better. So you come to us to visit for experience, because if you eat in a good way and you visit a land really famous for a product, in your life remain a memory of that place because you want to come back. And we have also the museum, because with the research that the prof made, we want to preserve that research, and we open a place that described our story, 200 years of story, okay? It's really long. And we have the place in which the people can sleep, and the place in which the people can eat, because it made sense. And these are the awards that we won. Look, we invest in the culture, because I think that the culture, for each place, everywhere in the world, is an asset. And forever is an asset. No one can imitate this kind of asset. We want, sorry, 1 second. We want the best pasta in Italy in 2033. We were, for the pasta, we combine everywhere, I told you, pasta, restaurant, and museum. We are the best choice in 2023, also in 2024 and 2025 the same for the restaurant. We are the best gastronomical tour in Italy because the people eat. And for the museum, because we collaborate with the National Geographic, but also with the best tour operator everywhere in Italy, that want to bring the people everywhere from everywhere the world in Italy to make an experience. Because remember, when you go in a place, you have to bring with you an experience in your heart to bring everywhere in your life forever. And I show you what we done. City of Pasta is in Italy. a love story for pasta for us, and we combine everything.
Avete voglia di farvi travolgere dal...
This is a video in which we show you the virtual reality, because the last step that we launched was the virtual reality.
Avete voglia di farvi travolgere dal profumo dei maccheroni del più antico pastificio al mondo? Venite a Gragnano, venite nel pieno centro della città della pasta. Vi accoglieremo per raccontarvi della nostra storia di famiglia bicentenaria nel Museo della Pasta Cuomo. Un luogo storico che vi rapirà, accarezzandovi l'anima come un tempo faceva il vento con i maccheroni. Vi aspettiamo.
We are waiting for you. So we combine a lot of things. We participate to exhibition. We navigate across the different activities that we done. We learn from business day by day. And so we developed our business model reflecting our philosophy. Be sustainable, respect the people, and create the job for the local people, so we can create a circular economy and we can make something new. The same you can do everywhere from where you are, because it's possible, everything is possible. But it was so easy that with the pasta no one invested in the heritage. Unbelievable for me when I come back. And this is the restaurant with the pasta. Always when I made the presentation, the people become hungry because there is pasta everywhere. This is the museum. Look, this place, we restored this place in the way respecting the architectural approach. The flat we discover. We discover everything and we give importance to the spaces. And this is the B&B. Everything connecting together made the experience. And we teach naturally to make pasta because it was easy for us, no? Consider that regarding the experience, I make the test and I buy the chicken to teach to the people to make carbonara, because there is a very good necessity of the people to cook in Italian way. And we teach them. And so this thing help us to understand that we need the competencies. And today we are part of ICAM, we support ICAM that forms and the professional management of corporate cultural heritage in a generative network that connects business to professional, because we understood that there aren't the competencies to evaluate the heritage of the single business. And so I can support this kind of research, and we support them because we need to understand that being Italian is an asset, but came from a land is an asset, because each of us have a traditional, is a tradition. Each of us has a tradition, and each tradition we don't miss, but we preserve to remember who we are. And this is our website in which I told you, when I make the presentation, the people become hungry and eat Italian because make you happy. Thank you.
I think it's fascinating to hear how you take I'm going to be almost rude here, but take an everyday product
Yes.
and you fill it with something more. Anybody could make pasta, but you can make pasta with heritage.
Yes.
Was that the trick?
It's really important because when I understood that the people don't combine the heritage with the business and the product, I developed a model, a way to do, that is a model that you can apply everywhere in the world. The model is the model of roots with the archeo-business effect, in which you can excavate inside of you to put out yourself, your company, your land, to create value. Because I think that each part of us can create value for each life, for our life. So starting from yourself, everything is really important, because each of us has a story. Each of us has a story with the pain, with the success, with something that you are able and aren't able to do. And I understood that is fascinated for each of us, everything.
Lovely.
Thank you.
A question in the back.
Can you find this brand of pasta in Sweden?
Yes, consider that you can find, but it's easier, because if you go on our website, we send it to your home directly, because it was really difficult to arrive to importer, distributor, agent, and we told to ourselves, it's easy. I order a box, arrive to my home, because consider that with our pasta, we have the different business. We have the service for the tourism, but we are a pasta producer in particular. So to serve the people everywhere in the world, you haven't to research some shop where you find the product, but you can go to the website we send. Easier. More easy. Because in Italy we have a problem. In Italy we have a big problem, because we have the distributor, we have the shops, we have the agent, we have other people that always they say, I need the product, I want to have your product now. And you say, sorry, now, you have to put, you have to go in line. No, I need now. So it's better for the customer, for us, that they go to the website.
So even in Italy, they order directly from your website?
No, everywhere in the world.
Okay, yeah. But
yeah, we serve the United States is the principal market for us. Europe, the same. Oriental market we serve.
And orders from Sweden are going to rise.
I am a pasta lover and eats a lot of pasta. But could you describe what's the difference between the pasta from south of Italy, from Napoli region, from the pasta in the north, and how do I experience that difference?
Yes, consider that I make the differentiation between this kind of pasta. Look, you have a lot of differences, but in the north there are the big pasta factory with the industrial product. The south is really artisanal. But why the south was defined the place in which there is the best pasta? Because during the Bourbon reign, they want that kind of pasta because they liked. Okay. There are another kind of differences between the north and the south. In the north, for the fresh pasta in particular, there are differences in the ingredients, because in the north central regions, we have the fresh pasta with flour, eggs, extra virgin olive oil and water. The fresh pasta, for example, gnocchi, for example, ravioli, for example, tortellini is from the north. The south, we make the pasta with the durum, west, semolina and water, nothing more. Because the pasta was born like a poor product. And we had this kind of ingredients. And we respect, for example, in our restaurant, the traditional recipe, because the people have to find a reason why to come to us. So the recipe that you find in Gragnano to us is not the same, are not the same of the other restaurant, because our pasta, the pasta that we use is the pasta that we produce.
Lovely. Thank you again, Amelia, so much for coming here.